Offended with Joe and Tim.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
I don't think that goes with our theme
There's
song.
some hoes in this house. What?
I don't think that goes with our theme song.
Are you familiar with that? Are you familiar? Are you up on pop culture? I mean,
No.
we're probably the last.
No,
if it makes it to two white podcast hosts, I'm assuming that everyone in the listening audience has not only heard of it, but they're already sick of it. And they've heard everyone do jokes about it. But now you're going to hear our jokes about it.
Oh no! I'm going to hear your jokes about it because I don't know what it is. So
you have
go
not
ahead.
heard.
I haven't heard
WAP?
about these hoes. No,
You have not heard WAP.
WAP, W-A-P, WAP,
WAP,
no,
which of course stands for wet ass pussy.
Oh, ew.
You have not heard. Wait, ew. What?
I don't want
Ew,
the
Joe,
ass
do you
to
have
be
an
wet.
announcement?
No, I don't want the ass to be wet.
No. What? Wait, you'd like to fuck dry ass?
Oh, okay. I guess if you're gonna lube it up, I don't know.
It's because wet ass pussy. You know, like strong ass.
Yeah, like, ass.
So it's wet ass pussy.
Yeah,
like wet ass.
Everything.
It's a wet
Dumb
pussy,
ass.
but it's so wet. It's a wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
So you haven't heard this yet?
I haven't heard anything. I'm in isolation. I'm in my bunker. Tell me.
So it's a rap song. It's a rap song by Cardi B.
Oh God! Already.
Featuring Megan Thee Stallion, Thee Stallion. So like I guess like the old timey so Megan Thee Stallion. It's racing across. It's probably the song. It was probably the song of the summer. It's now the song of the fall. Might be the song of the year.
Might represent the
year.
year.
So it starts with there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house, and it's. Do you want me to read the lyrics for you?
Is this going to be like when we read the lyrics to what was that song that we were like, it's racist?
Brown Sugar.
Yeah, Brown Sugar. Yeah,
Brown
exactly.
Sugar,
yeah.
It was. Well, I mean, if you masturbated to Brown Sugar, then you might also. It might be very similar to that.
Okay, it has that similar.
So this is I said certified freak 7 days a week.
Okay.
Wet ass pussy, make that pullout game weak.
Whoa!
Impregnation. I like it. I like it. So already it starts out strong.
Wait. This is John the Baby Maker's theme song.
No, wouldn't that be his wife's theme song?
Yeah, well, I mean, yes. Okay, so we have to get her on the show.
I don't need to think about it.
She needs to have a when she comes on the show, whatever the hell
John
that
just
happens.
fell off the treadmill listening to this episode. Oh my God! I hope there's a first aid kit. John just did a spit take when he just accused wet ass pussy of being the wife's theme song because of how weak John's pullout game is.
Yeah, I think by now we all know that when John's exercising, quote unquote, listening to our show, he doesn't make it this far anyway.
Is it?
Yeah,
he's already sitting down. He's already jumped off the treadmill.
Yeah, he's already sitting in his office drinking his liquor. Okay, so continue.
So that's the very far. So it's already great. Wet ass pussy, make that pullout game weak.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's the chorus. So it's you're fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy.
Jesus Christ!
Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy.
I think you know what? I have heard this song.
Yeah. The best part is bring a bucket and a mop.
I mean, I don't think that's. Listen, when I'm having intercourse with a lady, as the whites say, I don't.
Wait, why is this about race? This is radio. No one knows if Cardi B is white or not.
You know what? That's true. I have no idea what the hell kind of freak show she is. But I think
this segment brought to you by Downey's Peach cider. Order online.
I think that. I don't want a girl's water to break while I'm fucking her. I think it's a little much. I don't need that kind of flood.
Like I kind of wish this was a call-in show right now, Joe.
Oh, and have the listeners just be angry
because I feel like you're it's like when every once in a while there'll be like something about actually it was this song when it first came out like people were commenting about that exact thing about like wet ass pussy. As if it was like something that they didn't prefer, and I think they're exposing themselves a bit. Like I think like for you to say that like
themselves.
No, I think you're exposing your like maybe like you've never really truly enjoyed a good wet pussy to think that like this is too much. Like no, like bring a bucket and a mop. Like I'm down. Yeah, like I'm down. Yeah,
you know
no,
what?
like yeah.
There's a point when it gets too wet. and it becomes a little bit of a problem. Like I need a little bit of friction there. You know, I need a little extra grip.
You can't be. Well, this
the kung fu grip.
It makes your pullout game weak. So I mean, I guess that's maybe to the point of it because you don't have the friction because of how wet ass the pussy is.
Yeah. So it's just
so when you lose the friction, then it weakens your pullout game. Maybe because you actually can't lift up. Because of how wet it is.
Because that's how you pull out is you use the power of dick friction.
Well, no, I mean, but you have to at least have your pubis. You know, you have to have some kind of like pubis push. Like, you know, like if you're not using your midsection to pull out too, then you're screwed. You know, or you can do an upper body pull out. But if your genitals like slide right up the wet ass pussy,
you might not be able to get out in time. We need him. This is his
he can't
episode.
Describe, but he can't describe a pull out. So what good is he going to do?
No, but he can describe why he can't pull out. Like he could give us the deets.
So it's bring a bucket and a mop. Yeah, give me everything you got. Now beat it up. N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra
N-word.
hard.
I'm offended.
Yeah. Put
no
this pussy right in
allowed.
your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
What? Ew.
Yeah. So put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Yeah. So like,
so
you know, when you're eating pussy.
No,
when you're like eating the pussy and then like your nose is like kind of like in it. You know, so if you're like, yeah.
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know how I feel about this.
Hoe on top, I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside. So that's kind of nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, then there's the friction or the suction, something. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. So it's wet. So it's wet and tight. So yeah, it's not just
I don't
spit
know.
in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet.
God.
Come take a dive.
Tie
me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I'll wear a disguise. And then the music kind of stops at this point, and she goes,
"Thank God.
I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage."
Hey, they're stealing from my song. Hey, you know what? We haven't talked about that song. You know what? I have grounds for copyright infringement.
Your stick it in, take it out.
Stick it in, take it out rim job. Yeah. You know what? I don't think I could say anything negative about this song if I wrote a song called "Stick It In, Take It Out, Rim Job."
Yeah, no, yeah, this definitely that and that was back in like the early 2000s / late 90s.
I started this.
So I mean, this is 2020. So I mean, if you look at the progression,
you know what? They owe me royalties.
The 80s or the early 90s when they did "I Want to Touch Myself," and then you go into the late 90s where you have "Stick It and Take It Out, Rim Job." And then you go to the 2000s where you had the "My Neck, My Back, Lick My Pussy, and My Crack."
Yeah.
This is just a natural progression.
Let's see. I'm looking up Cardi B's
This is like when
age.
they you know, when you study classical music and like, you know, how Beethoven begot Bach, begot, you know, Mozart or whatever.
All right. So she was born in 92. She's 27 years old. So I think I could say that I spawned Cardi B's. You know, I was an influence. I have influenced her with my "Stick It In, Take It Out" rim job song. I think this is. I think I'm owed something.
Up.
I am the Dr.
York,
Dre of the Eminem that she is.
She could have been in Starbucks that day, I guess.
Oh my God!
So then make it. Should I continue?
No. I really don't think that.
Make it cream. Make me scream out in public. Make a scene. I don't cook. I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got this ring. Okay. So basically, she's just fucking people so well that she's married or engaged just because of her.
I don't need it. I really don't.
And then I think the other. Oh no, this is still her. Because at one point the other person comes in, but this is still her. Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Quick jump out for you get it inside of me. So that's the second pullout reference.
Why are you breaking this down as if it's like the OJ trial,
like Shakespeare? This is like a 12th Night or a Midsummer's Night Dream.
I have topics.
It's going in dry and it's coming out soggy.
We're going over
that thing like the cops is behind me. I spit on his mic and now he's trying to sign me.
God. You know, we could have just listened to the song in real time and it would have been half the bet.
we would have been copyright struck.
You know what? It would have been worth it because I'm already done. I'm going to copyright strike ourselves. I basically, I don't really give a shit. Like, here's the thing that people don't know about me. I wrote a song, Stick It In, Take It Out Rim Job, with John the Baby Maker, which makes sense.
And no one knows it because it's not a hit, unlike Wet Ass Pussy, aka WAP.
But I was doing it to make fun of this exact thing about people who take this kind of music.
But this is a joke too. That's why this is so funny.
Here's the thing. It's not a joke.
It is. Gotta bring a bucket and a mop is hilarious.
I don't think
this is the reaction to
I
all
think
those
you're
songs
too white.
About like
I think you're too white.
I think this is a reaction to all the macho masochistic.
Too white alarm. Get that too white alarm. Come on.
There's been many songs about men and their sexual prowess and how big their dicks are, and that these people are like, wouldn't that be hilarious if we wrote a song about our pussy and said it was so sweet that it gave the man diabetes and that you need a bucket and a mop for it. It's literally a joke. This is a joke song.
I don't think it's a joke. I think that the demographic.
One of the lines is get your boots and your coat for this wet ass pussy. That is hilarious. You're gonna come over for sex in like your slicker and your waiters for some wet ass pussy.
I guarantee you, the demographic that actually enjoys and purchases this song are people who listen to this song in blissful sexual, whatever.
No,
activities.
The people who like this song is like the old Chris Rock bit when like women will dance to anything no matter how nasty it is. So the song has a great beat, and so the people who are buying this like the beat, and the people who listen to the words thinks it's hilarious.
I just want to see a granny like dance to this, and then I'm really gonna vomit.
Well, that would be like the next, the next Adam Sandler movie or something. They'll have like the rapping granny doing wet ass pussy.
No, thank you.
It kind of writes itself, actually. I mean, it's basically
I'm appalled. I'm so this kind of music.
This is Be Offended Radio. In this case, I'm offending
offended.
my co-host.
I'm fucking offended. I'm a musician. I've been a musician my whole life.
It's going to be really easy for you to do the show notes. Part 1, WAP.
Yeah, part 1, vomit. I had topics. Now you've.
Well, you can do your topics in part 2.
No,
I mean, after you masturbate during the break to this wet ass pussy.
Jesus Christ.
Get your bucket in your mop. I think that's hilarious. I think they literally sat around hysterical laughing, being like, what if we said, get a bucket and a mop?
I think you're completely wrong. I think that this is a completely serious topic. Have you listened to Cardi B's mouth? Have you heard what comes out of her fucking mouth?
She's hilarious.
She's an idiot. She's the dumbest fucking person I've ever heard.
She's purposefully inappropriate, like we are. Like you have to be really smart.
There's an act, and then there's like, here's the thing. Shakira is an actual genius.
What do you mean, what?
And no, I'm going to use my girl Shakira because she's
this is like your third Shakira reference.
Yes,
here.
Because you know what? Shakira is an act.
She doesn't even speak English. She's not listening to the podcast.
Shakira is an act because she's an actual like certified genius, and she used her, like body and sexuality to make millions of dollars, but she did it in a classy way and in a global way. Bacardi, whatever the fuck her name is just this kind of human. It's the dumbing down of society, and I don't stand for it. Play the Eagle music. Play the music.
Shotgun rounds
Eagles,
going off.
Fireworks.
The North Korean anthem.
Yes. I need a parade of nukes and.
No, I think the best satire. It makes people think it's serious, and I think this is like the perfect satire as a response to all the years about like all these R&B and rap guys, singing about how big their dicks are and how they make the women come and how they got 2 at a time and 3 at a time, and they got hoes on standby. And I think this is like the reaction song of like and perfectly done. I think it's a perfectly done
on the music
reaction
topic.
Song satire.
So here's a song that's misunderstood, that's actually doing it intelligently.
The house next door was to me was sold by what? No, not that song.
No. So
the house next door to me has been sold.
There's
to,
did we talk about
Don't look that song up, guys. The next word is not a good word.
Good. Did we talk about oh God, now I can't remember her name. Hold on, I'm typing here. Billie Eilish. Did we talk about Billie Eilish? I have topics on Billie.
Yeah, you're a big
Okay,
fan
so-
of Billie Eilish.
Yeah, well,
a little
I'm a big
dark
fan
to
of her
me.
music. I really don't like her visually. No.
Which is fine because she is a minor. So maybe when
whatever.
she
I mean, that's
turns
never stopped me before, but whatever. So Billie Eilish came out with a song called Bad Guy. And when you listen to that song, I'm not going to go through the whole spiel. It's basically
please go through the whole spiel.
Thank you. I have a feeling we've lost listeners.
But I don't think our target demographics heard that song. I think they were just like shocked.
No. So she goes on in the song to say, okay, so I'll read a little bit. She says, "I'm the bad guy," meaning her. And she goes on to say about, let's see here, how she, she'll seduce your dad, and she'll, just
that's
all
why
these...
you like her.
No, I don't. Why would anybody want that?
Because you're dad age.
No.
You're the dad.
She'll
Joe.
seduce
You're
my
old now.
dad, is what they're saying. What she's saying.
No. She's 16, so she's singing. She's seducing the dad of her friends, and you're like practically old enough to be the dad of her friends. So you're the seducer. She's
you're reading
seducing
it
you.
So
you're the seducee, and she's the seducer.
Jesus Christ, with the E in her.
I love that bit. It's my favorite bit.
So she goes on to say, "Make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad tight. Might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy."
Yeah.
So
she's just really sexual.
No. So see, okay, you've got it wrong. So what the song actually is about is she's making fun of all the guys who act like this. And she's saying, hey, if you want to act like this, I can too. I can be that same thing. If you want to be the tough guy, if you want to be the bad guy, then I can flip it and I can be the bad guy too. But she does it in a Grammy award winning way.
This sounds well. The Grammys haven't come out this year yet, so we'll see if WAP is nominated. But I think this is just the other side of the coin. I can't wait till they perform it on CBS at like 8 o'clock, and the whole thing.
Could you imagine? Could you just imagine that shit?
Bucket and a
yeah. It's just dee, dee, dee. It's just beeping out
Amy,
every second word.
I think the cable's out, Amy.
Do they still do that? We'll be back, or technical difficulties.
The test pattern?
Yeah. The test pattern just pops up.
Some old guy on like the 87th floor of Rockefeller Center.
He's the only guy who has that.
All of a sudden, the light
button
goes off. He's like, "Oh shit!" He's got to like flip the test pattern on.
He's been sitting waiting.
It looks like those computers from like the original Batman. With like the spinning reel to reels.
It's the computer in Lost in the hatch.
Yeah, exactly. The computer in Lost. Yeah, and there's just like a little switch he has to flip. Yeah. There's like two guys. They both have the key. They just like turn the key in like direct
simultaneously. Yeah.
Turn it on to put on the test pattern.
Yeah. It's that. It's two.
See, that's exactly They might put it up for a Grammy just so they could have the just so they can test the sensors.
Employed. Are they unionized? I think these guys are
the bucket and mop operators.
No, the test pattern operators.
The test pattern people.
Yeah,
they must be. They still have a job.
They still have a job.
There hasn't been a test pattern on TV in like 27 years. So they're still employed. Clearly, they're union, man. God bless America. Eagles.
Wait. Where were they? Where were they when what's her face's titty popped out during the Super Bowl? They didn't have a test pattern. They were sleeping on the job. I don't know. I have a union.
They're in the
dispute.
union. They're obviously off on Sundays.
That's when the best stuff happens, is on a Sunday.
Exactly, because all the union guys are home.
Oh, okay.
Taking their mandated break. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You think they have a break room just for them? The union break room?
For the test pattern guys. Yeah. It's handicap accessible this age. The same test pattern guy's been there since like NBC got color in like 1964.
They tell stories of when they had to use the last test pattern, when like Elvis started thrusting his hips.
When JFK got shot or something, like the last,
Oh my God.
I'll never forget that
day.
We were doing a live news story in Alabama, and a Negro walked up to the counter and asked for a malted, and we had to put the test pattern on because our audience had never seen such shamefulness.
Yep. I like these characters. I like the test pattern old
Test
guys.
pattern guys. We'll have to just bring them back.
Just the two old test pattern guys and what they used to bleep out.
Oh yeah, just you see like
Chuck Berry and his like guitar solos.
Yeah. Elvis's hips.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
when Ellen came out of the closet, remember when Ellen came out of the closet?
Forget it.
Like,
They must have had a heart attack. They lost half the union when that happened.
That's really funny, yeah, because if they were doing the test pattern since like the 60s, like all the things that used to be like super offensive and like now aren't, so like they're just test patterning out, like
they have rules they have to follow. They're like hand is hovering over the button, but they know they can't do it.
There's like a Porsche commercial, and then like at the end of the Porsche commercial, the window rolled down, and it was like a female driver. He's like, oh, test pattern.
A woman's voting thing comes up.
Honey, have a good day at work, and like the wife takes the lunch sack and goes off to the job. Oh no, we can't see that.
Yeah, that's the test pattern, guys. Holy shit.
There's like a beer commercial, and the girl's like about to pass out drunk, and the guy's like, I don't know, I don't think I should, and leaves. No, test pattern. We can't every time
the drink responsibility thing comes up.
Don't drink and drive. Whoa. What kind of message are we sending on people? Test pattern.
Oh God, they must have been dying in like the 90s. Those poor guys. I feel bad for them.
They're like the last conservatives. They're the last people doing.
Oh, could you imagine them on our show?
The first time when Steele and Heidi Klum came out, they probably broke the test pattern button.
I'm trying to think.
Interracial marriage on television.
Oh God.
Test pattern.
Please stand by. Exactly. I want to do that. I want to be one of those guys. I can do an old man voice, and you can do an old lady voice. Maybe it's a man and a woman.
No, I definitely no, a woman. Test pattern.
Wait, sorry.
You trying to kick us off the air? A woman? They can't trust a woman with the test pattern button. You know how complicated that machine is?
When I was your age.
You need two keys to push the test pattern button.
You can't trust her to turn left or right. She doesn't know where left or right. Sure, you can trust her in
the kitchen, but with the test pattern button.
They have to make the test pattern button like the blender stop button. Oh, damn.
That's a great bit. The test pattern guys throughout history just talking about the things that they had to censor.
We need to animate this. I need this animated. Maybe little Billy and Dingus will come to the back room of NBC Studios
and come across the test pattern guys.
The two test pattern guys.
It's like the guy who watches the Holy Grail.
Oh
Indiana Jones.
No one ever questioned that guy.
He's been there for like 600 years. He even wears his like little outfit still. What do you think the test pattern guy wears? I think he still wears like a little like
it's definitely
some
like
kind
that
of military
little cap.
uniform or something.
Yeah, it's like a beige brown, like all like beige brown, and he's got that little hat, like the engineer's hat, that conductor hat. He's got like one of those on. Yeah,
just like an elevator operator kind of.
Yes, exactly.
He's like got an elevator operator.
Yeah, it's the same, probably the same thing because their union is not very large, so they have to borrow from the elevator union.
It's the elevator operator / test pattern guy union, local 227.
The two things that are still important, but yet.
Yeah. I'll never forget when they split from the VCR guys. That was brutal. The giant rat outside of the VCR store when they split from the test pattern elevator operator VCR repairman union.
Oh my God. This is definitely going to go over our younger audience, but I don't care. This is great.
Well, we got the young ass audience in with the wet ass pussy, and then we
and then we lured
them away with our This bit is the equivalent of John calling the cops on his own party. So you get everybody in, and then you get everybody to leave. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm fucking crying. This is good. I
gotta
just
take a break.
Yeah.
I don't know how we follow this.
I don't know how we follow this either. We'll be back after whatever happens. Maybe it's a union test pattern. Who knows? Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll be back.
Yeah, it's 'cause I told my homies in Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach. Stick it in, take it out. 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 Rip job, not the front door, but the back door. Not the front door, but the back door. Not the front door, but the back door. Everybody rip job, rip job. You wanna come on down to my street? Everybody knows you come and living in Long Beach. So gather round and take on the fire down to the cross and drive all the way to the end of the week. Go down, stick it in, stick it in, take it out, take it out, stick it in, take it out, stick it in, take it out, stick it in, take it out, rip job. Not the front door, but the back door. Not the front door, but the back door. Not the front door, but the back door. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Not the side door, not the inner door. It should be better 'cause you know what to be a hoe. And if the side door, everybody knows you can never do anybody rip job. Why don't you come on down, stick around 'cause everybody knows I can break your car. You can take a ride on my 22s, kick your shoes off, baby, don't leave 'cause you know that you want a rip job. Get in, get out, stick it in, take it out, stick it in, take it out, stick it in, take it out, rip job.
Looking for more talk radio? You can listen to all of Season 2 of The Inappropriate Guys right now on BeOffendedRadio.com. And we're back!
Holy
crap!
I had to like take a walk around the block during the break to calm down a bit. I'm like,
Jesus.
oh man, okay, ready to bore people. Okay, what's the next topic?
Thanks.
Let's go. What? Oh. Joe, you have the floor.
No, I was gonna. Oh, Jesus! I wanted to touch upon a few.
They're like pulling out the rug.
Yeah.
I'm kind of piece of shit to see. Okay, let's listen to this.
Yeah. Are your knives sharp? No, I'm not going there. So I'm just gonna keep bringing this thing back. So I had a few little things. First of all, we talked about the test pattern guys, right? And how
that's my new favorite thing.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to rename the show again for season 4.
The test pattern guys.
The test pattern guys.
That like some things from the past are coming back because of the whole COVID thing. So, for a while we were self-sufficient human beings and we can do anything we wanted. And now we have police everywhere for everything. You're not allowed to touch this. You're not allowed to do that. You're in a bubble. And so drive-in theaters has become a thing. I predicted this early on in the beginning of this season. I mentioned
drive-in theaters.
Yeah, so these drive-in theaters are now like popping up all over the place. It's becoming a new thing. And
an old thing.
Yeah, well, a new old thing, just like the test pattern guys. So
that's the test pattern guys.
So like they just did Back to the Future, right? And so Back to the Future had like some kind of big thing recently. I think it was like an anniversary of some sort. And so they re-released Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 in a bunch of these drive-in movie theaters. And I was just thinking, like, time travel wise, what you would have thought if you're looking back on photos of now. Like, if you like, if you're like from a different time and you're like looking at these photos and like,
you see someone in their Tesla at a drive-in movie theater.
Yeah. Tesla in a drive-in movie theater wearing a mask. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like I don't think 2020 you can put in like a collection of photographs and understand what's going on. You understand the 50s, you understand the 60s, you understand the 80s. Like you can categorize that. 2020 is just like every decade from like the plague of 1919 or whatever, all thrushed into
1918.
one thing. 1918.
Someone posted a picture of it was the Oakland Athletic Stadium. So it's the
back
baseball. Now like
okay.
2 days, like a few days, like during the fires. Like, so someone posted a picture during the California wildfires of the Oakland Athletic Stadium with the entire sky is orange.
Yeah.
With the glow from the thing.
Roger Deakins is loving this.
And then all of the fans in the seats are cardboard, and they're like, "Fuck! How do you describe this to like
perfect.
exactly like how do you describe to the future where like." Oh, here's these baseball players like playing in front of cardboard people with the sky on fire.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like the
See, but you're assuming, Joe, that this is not the
forever.
new normal.
Oh, fuck the new.
Like,
you know what?
that's-
Get the fucking censor out. Get the test passion out. There's no fucking.
Like
new
you're
normal.
assuming that like masks are gonna go away.
I'm
We're
assuming your
hoping, but I
gender.
mean, maybe this is the future, and that like people
God.
don't think it's weird that like maybe drive-ins stay back, maybe work from home is for real. Maybe our podcast is takes off. I mean,
now that's a history lesson I'd like to see. when we
you don't
we
really
overtake
know how
Joe
history's
Rogan.
going to judge.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this like the best thing we could do would be to have this be an anomaly and have to give it context in the future. The worst thing would be if there is context because you totally understand what happened.
Yeah, well,
So-
it's like looking back at airports before 9/11, just being able to just hang out in
when
an
you
airport.
watch Die Hard 2 and the woman has her taser on the plane and she tases the guy in the bathroom.
Or just like people just being able to greet you at the gate right in the airport. Just that thing that used to be in every movie.
Greet you to the gate and walk you to the gate too.
Yeah. Just being able to go in a fucking airport without your asshole being opened, and being taught to gape. Like that type of thing.
What? Excuse me?
No, it's okay, gaping.
You just throw in little like libertarian things here and there, don't you?
No, I said gape. Gape is in your asshole gape. And that was a very
Because they're
raunchy
searching
thing.
you at the airport, right?
Yes, they're searching, so you have to gape. You've never gaped at the airport. Come on. This whole song about some wet ass pussy and you can't fucking
Never
gape.
heard of my
I'm
asshole
offended.
search.
Yeah. So it's like that. It's like looking through, old
It's
photos.
like looking at those, pre 9/11.
pre 9/11.
But that's a perfect example. Is that never went away? They never brought back going to the gate.
Oh
See?
no.
So that brings me to my point.
No.
So your example actually proved once again. Your example proves my point. Is that maybe it's not going to be so weird because it's going to be like, wow, like you used to ride the subway with people, like you used to go to
make out with
public
strangers.
place. Yeah, you used to go to a public place and drink and make out with strangers and dance.
So that's that's
fun.
the other topic I wanted to talk about is
making out with strangers.
Yes, making out with strangers, orgies in this time, and and
orgies are down.
Yeah, orgies. Well, orgies are down and up depending on where you go.
Depending how early you got there, I guess.
Exactly. Depending on who's arriving. So if they have that wet ass pussy,
then it's
like so I was going to the grocery store. As I do, and
in your full
no, I'm out of that now. Now I'm they have to pin me down and force me to wear a mask.
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So when you didn't have to wear a mask, you went.
I went full.
Full bio.
No,
outbreak.
I'm still a 4-year-old. If you tell me to do something that I wanted to do, now I'm not going to do it. That's just the way.
So
it is.
you couldn't wait as soon as the COVID outbreak started. You couldn't wait to wear all of your legit full biohazard respirator.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And you were like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Freedom.
No. Now I'm forced to wear something, so I put like tissue paper over my mouth. Okay. Yeah. So that's.
But nothing's changed as far as the virus being deadly. It's just that now,
now it's just stupid. No, the numbers are wrong, but we're not going to get into that. So I was shopping as I normally do, minus
with
the
thong
stupid
over
mask.
your face,
with the
all the true
G-string.
freedom lovers do. Yeah, with it. Butt side forward, of course.
Yeah, of course. It's a mask. And there's like what appears to be a pretty girl, and I'm just thinking to myself, how the fuck do I know? Because what do you do? Like, do you go up to like dating now is the worst fucking thing you could possibly do in person. It has to be all
Fortunately,
online.
No one meets in person anymore. Like the online
Correct.
dating, like if this happened like 10 years ago without
It'd be a
high-speed
disaster.
internet,
Uh-huh.
like we
Oh,
would
yeah.
have just either everyone would have been dead
No,
or
everybody
society
would've
would
been
have
dead.
ran down. If you didn't have the iPhone and
If I didn't have
high-speed
Netflix,
internet
whew.
and like dating, streaming, online streaming, and the
Yeah.
fact that like dating is exclusively online,
Yeah.
like you would have just had riots in the streets. It would have looked like Syria or something.
Would
where, like,
have?
all
I
those-
think we still have
Yeah.
that. No.
Well, the white people would have been rioting then.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No. The white people are the rioters. They're just, taking over the Black Lives whatever bullshit. So, but it comes
We just
down.
throw in these little things that, like, because we don't talk politics, that I'm just going to let swing by.
Yeah.
Just, like, throw
You
out these
do it all.
little- these
Wait.
little
I
tidbits.
listen back at shows like weeks later, and I catch all these little shit you put in. You're always like, talking about
What are you
me
talking
and
about?
my Trump. So yeah, it's like
Yeah, that's not going to age well either. Yeah, imagine explaining Trump to the future. Yeah, no, they took this guy.
Any of this. And no, it's
who
Ronald
didn't
Reagan
know
all over
anything.
again. Though. It's Ronald Reagan all over again. Everybody was like, the actor, even in Back to the Future, there's a reference when he goes back and he asks, "Oh, who's president in the future?" And Marty,
Ronald Reagan is the actor.
Yeah, Marty McFly. It says, Ronald Reagan, the actor. What do you think next? It's like that whole thing.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
it
The
was-
Simpsons did President Trump as a joke, like 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah, The Simpsons predicts everything.
It is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so
No, it's.
how do
you don't
I
really know how
meet
to
a chick?
Oh, how do you meet a girl?
Yeah. Outside, like she has pretty eyes, pretty body, good body, but then the most important part of a face is the nose and mouth
Oh, the
region.
smile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you take an absolutely perfect photo of whatever the hottest girl is, and you just remove the mask part of their face and replace that with an ugly person's face, you wouldn't know. Like underneath that mask is everything. It's why I tried to invent the clear mask. It never, happened.
Well, someone
But-
else invented it first.
Yeah, you know what? I got a gripe about those people, by the way. They never put out the product. They just photoshopped it and said it's a product so that they can take 40 years to build it. It's bullshit. I'm going to come out with it first. I'm coming for you.
Oh, so you can still come out with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There you go.
Competing. So how do I do it? I don't know how to do it. Like,
But the question, it's a two-parter.
she's bagging
Like, how
my
do you do
groceries
it?
and I'm just
You
sitting
could-
there.
She's bagging your groceries. You're trying to have the. I thought she was shopping.
I knew,
God.
I knew that was what was going to get you.
Oh.
She's sitting there 4 feet high. No. No. So how do I, that sucks the
To
fun
me,
out
it's
of
a
it.
it's a two-part question because
Okay. How do the teams
how do you
it?
do it? But then part two is it going to be worth it for her? So you're
It's never worth it for her if
approaching
it's
her-
with me.
Like you're approaching her, hey, and now she's like, well, do I want to risk death for this guy?
Yeah.
So, I think it's online. I do. I think meeting people I think meeting people in person was pretty dead anyway. Like outside of school or work
An
or some kind of
inevitability?
environment where you're actually having a recent interaction, but meeting strangers in real life and hooking up with them, at a grocery store or at a bus stop or something, that's long gone. So I think you can forget about that. I think you're just gonna have to.
I don't know.
It needs to be worth the risk. So you meet online, you see each other's pictures, you see if they're
Okay,
good
what about the
looking,
spring
you learn a
breakers?
little about it, you talk for a week or two.
Spring breakers.
Well, spring break happened.
That happened right at the peak.
well, that's because they were allowed to.
What do you
But they're
mean
still
allowed?
allowing to. So I'm saying if in states that they're allowing people to go to bars and clubs, there's people who are going to bars and clubs and they're making
And
out with
just still-
strangers.
I
So
gotta
it's-
go to
maybe
the-
you just have to move to a
I have
place
to
where
move.
you're allowed to go to make out with strangers.
Yes. Okay. I'm moving to Australia because I re-listened back to our episode about the orgy in Australia, and I was
is a
like,
hotel, and you can
Jesus I couldn't keep it down. I was like, you know what? I really do need to buy a ticket.
and you can just because you quarantine in the sex hotel.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's I think that's my dream, and that's my goal.
To stay in a sex
So-
hotel.
Yeah.
She just constantly just fly in and out of the country. Like you fly,
Yeah,
you stay
just
for
so
2
I
weeks
can
in the sex
quarantine.
hotel.
Yeah.
You leave the country
I'm
and then fly back.
purposely
Yeah, you just
triggering the
Just-
quarantine button.
Yeah, you got like a round trip from like Sydney to like Melbourne, but like connecting through like Singapore.
Connecting through
So you just
Russia.
fly, yeah.
just so they can stop me again.
I don't know, Jay. It's a pretty that's a lot of work, I guess to say. I don't know. It just seems like there are easier ways to to get women. I don't know. I don't know, but it's a good question. I mean, we need to get, I guess, a guest on the show or somebody who's been dating during the pandemic successfully.
You know what?
And just
I think we have that
how
person.
they've been doing it. Well, if we can get them on the show, but we do know someone who's been dating successfully during the pandemic. I know they've been the initial meeting occurs online. I don't know what needs to occur between that initial online meeting and in-person risk taking.
This just tickled a bone. Wait a second. Does that mean catfishing can now be done in person?
Oh, I haven't heard this angle before.
Right? Catfishing in person.
So you should walk. Yeah. So you could walk around with your mask and then like a picture of like someone with like straight ass teeth or something. Then like you finally get your mask out and they're all like bucked and missing or something. Or like a guy with like a strong chin and then it comes out, you got like Mitch McConnell chin or something.
As long as you have matching eyes and hairline, you can find anybody who fits that. So,
so you guess. Wow.
Yeah.
You could totally 100% catfish in real life and just be like,
oh my
like,
God,
I met you and like, here's like my picture or like, like get my number and like, oh, let me send you a picture. And you send someone else and then, and then you take off your mask. But I mean,
it's beautiful.
Is that true? It's like a push-up bra. Is that really Well, I guess it is. It's
it is. It
absolutely
is.
If you send a picture of someone else's mouth and nose, it would be catfish. So it's not the equivalent of like a push-up bra where you look at these boobs and then and then like you get disappointed.
No, this is like absolutely it. Like this allows catfishing to happen with all the excuses of online catfishing, but in person and even on video, maybe.
And what are the excuses for online catfishing? Because I never got into the whole catfishing.
You never got
community.
catfished? Have you ever gotten catfished? Okay, so I've gotten,
but I also don't. But you're saying the whole. Why? I guess that's the real question. Is that why do people go to all this trouble of catfishing? And they're still doing it even though after what? When did the Catfish come out? 12 years ago? 15 years ago?
Like that movie came out a long time ago. Yeah.
So why now that catfishing is such a well-known thing, why are people discovering it? And I can't imagine there's OGs, right? So there must be new people catfishing every day.
That's another great character. The OG catfish.
The OG catfish guy.
Like old. No, it's usually it's girls. So it's like an old guy, old woman, like
old
in her like 48. 48, 52-ish. She's a smoker.
She's still 24 online, of course.
Yeah, she's still using the same photo. She just has to change the phone in the selfie, like mirror selfie. She can't have that
she's
razor
like
phone.
photoshopping out, like she's photoshopping in a Tesla instead of like a Datsun or something in the background. Like she's updating like the New York got new license plate, so she's like she's like photoshopping like the new license plate like instead of the like old one. Like
exactly. Yeah. Wait, isn't that an old? No. We that was recent. We just have an old car.
Does that say Oakland Raiders? No, definitely Las Vegas Raiders. Right? It's definitely not the Oakland Raiders. No, this is a brand new picture. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Okay, so why are new people catfishing?
Did I ever tell you the story of like one of my catfish moments? I've been, as we talked about, the person who invented online dating and sliding into DMs.
You didn't invent online dating. You invented sliding into DMs.
Yeah, which is online dating. So,
no, because online dating usually is consensual. So like you're on an online dating site looking to date. These are people who just generally on the internet. And you're like, hey, what's up, ladies?
So, there was multiple occasions this happened, especially in the early days of internet. But you basically you get the sign of it when the photos are a little too like there's something wrong. I can't explain it. It's not a good thing for radio, but basically there's a tangible thing you can grasp onto about it. You can tell. And so once I get that like, oh, I don't know if this is really her thing, you can kind of like lead them on to see how far they'll go. And so I had one that like really went far. She went to talk about like, oh, she's like this horseback rider and this and that. So I went down an internet search and found the actual real girl that she was talking about. And that girl lived nowhere near. It was like in Virginia or something. And she was saying she was from California or whatever, you know, whatever bullshit it was. And so I knew without a doubt, oh, this person's got, you know, stolen the photos. So I went to push it.
And the identity. So she stole photos and the identity.
This was identity theft before it was like an actual thing. Or it was a thing, it just wasn't a popular thing. So I decided to just keep going with it to see how far she'd go. And so I said to her, hey, you know, why don't we video chat? Because at that time, Skype was like a new thing. And so I was like, hey, I have Skype. I have a computer with a you know, like that little eyeball thing that would sit on top of the computer monitor. That's how it was back then. And I said,
webcam, I believe.
Webcam. There you go. I literally didn't remember what that was called.
Oh my! Are you sure you're not the old G Catfish?
I may be having a stroke. Who knows?
Oh my gosh! You laughed too hard during the first half of the show, and now you've lost your brain.
Well, you also know that I don't remember past 4 years.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So past 4 years, I don't know what anything is.
So you had a webcam.
I had a webcam.
And you were going to use a webcam to do a video chat.
She sent me it's like grabs from her webcam, supposedly her. So
wait, so was it like looping the security footage in speed or something?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Cut the line. Yeah. So
it's like a still photo, and then or maybe like that old thing where the still photo, and then they just have the mouth cutout move. Yeah. So it's just like
just lips.
Meanwhile, this person's like a computer genius to be able to do that back in like
there's like a mustache. So yeah.
Wait, so she says yes to video chatting?
No, so she kept coming up with excuses of why she can't video chat. And I finally like got to that point where I was like, listen, I found the girl. And like she didn't know how to react at first. And then she was like trying to come up with things, and I stopped her again and I said, listen, it's okay for you to be you. And I like had this like serious conversation about it. And she finally
a very special episode of Be Offended Radio.
Yeah.
I hope this ends with you just screaming at her. I hope it ends. It's okay to be you. And he sends you a picture like,
just vomit. So yeah, I had this like serious conversation with her, and she finally like admitted, and here it comes, and she finally admitted and said, I'm sorry, I just don't like the way I look. And I said, okay, but there are people out there who will like the way you look. And I went through this whole thing, and then she finally sent me a photo of her. And we didn't really talk anymore. So what I'm saying is I think people still catfish because of people like me. But yeah, it's a thing. But
there's got to be some kind of mental illness to take someone else's whole identity. So it's not just
absolutely
not pride in yourself, because there's plenty of people who remove
it's an alternate reality
from the dating scene.
It's virtual reality.
They look at themselves and they take stock of their lives. Like, listen, like this isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't want the rejection, so I'm just not going to put myself out there.
Yeah.
So to put yourself out there as another person who actually exists.
Yeah.
That's a level of mental illness.
And
that's some crazy
their
to
name.
Me.
This is how I found out, because she used the girl's
using
name,
someone else's name, picture, and their hobbies
and life.
Or something.
Yeah.
So so it's like a single white female thing going on. So you're not only you want to be yourself, like you want to. Maybe she actually was in love with the horse rider girl.
I don't know. Maybe later on she'll find that out with her therapist. All I know is
I'm sure she's dead by now after what you did to her.
Oh God!
After you did the whole heart to heart and you got herself to open up, and then you sent back like
oh no! You know what this is reminding me of?
Sent like pig food to her house or something.
This is reminding me of a horrible situation from my past. We talked about it on the show. We don't need to bring
I feel like all the situations in your past were horrible.
It was when that girl and me and the kiss and run and oh God. And then the phone call. The kiss and run, but then you guys were on the phone call and
we were on the phone call.
Yeah, that was pretty bad too.
Yeah.
So we're both the reason. But
we warned you though for that.
Yeah, whatever.
We warned you not to get, because there was a girl who who was pretty weird.
Yeah.
And Joe had never seen him before, but like, cause he had just moved to town the year before that. So whatever reason, they never interacted. So we warned Joe when he was like, who's this girl? Cause like, I think she might be the only girl at the party who Joe didn't know. So I think Joe already was like, okay, like tried it, had it, rejected by it, but like, here's this person I've never saw. And we're like, dude, we've known this girl since like second grade. Like, no, this is a weird person.
Yeah.
And then you decided to get your heart set on it. And then I think we went to the car, and our friend Mike, another shout out to Mike, who doesn't listen.
I'll never not have Mike.
Mike was going to drive us home. So I think we went out to Mike's car.
No.
And then you decided you needed to like say something to this girl. So you went back in, I think, to get her number, maybe.
Yep.
And then you decided to give her a kiss on the cheek.
Yes.
But as you're doing it, we're all watching you out the window. So the second
They're
you
all
go for
there,
it,
like
we had
assholes.
Mike just lay. Actually, it might have been
like
me
a
riding
flock of
shotgun laying
pigeons
on the horns.
on a telephone pole.
I feel like Mike wasn't that. I don't know if Mike hit the horn or if I hit Mike's horn because I was riding shotgun. But the second you went in, we decided to like lay on the horn. So you like kissed her, and then literally like because the horn shut off, like you sprinted out to the car.
I
but then like now she was like, ooh, no one's ever had a crush on me before because she was weird. So then like you realized, because I guess we kept giving you shit about how weird this girl was. So then like I guess she was calling, and then like she wanted to go out with you, but like you didn't want to go out with her anymore because we like talked to you
guys were assholes.
Maybe you guys could have gotten married. I mean, maybe that was your chance.
You know the real story of what happened with this thing is years later, on Facebook, somehow she like popped up or whatever, and she got pretty. And I was like,
I see her running all the time. She's like thin now. And she
oh
like
my God. You see? So for me,
she's still weird though.
Okay. I mean, have you not listened to the past 3 seasons of us? I'm fucking weird too.
So Joe now has to let her down easy. Cause like, this is like the first guy who's ever had a crush on her.
Yeah. And I was really like, I felt bad because at the end of the day, I did lead her on and you jerks.
No, you actually liked her. And then we like shamed you out of it.
You guys brainwashed me out of it. Yes.
No, we did the right thing.
You socially pressured
your eyes.
me.
No, we gave you the blue pill or whatever. We opened your eyes to what you actually were trying to. I think you got a few more opinions besides our opinions, and the consensus was this was not.
There was a committee. There was a vote.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I think you had lost your virginity years beforehand. You might have been into threesomes.
Oh, yeah.
And you were looking at somebody who probably at that point had never even been on a date without like her mother chaperoning. Oh, and it just wasn't going to work for you. So I believe then you made a phone call. Yeah,
I made a phone call. And you guys may or may not have been in the same house as this phone call,
which was amazing because even though you might have been the year before you got your cell phone, so for some reason you did use your house line. So we decided, oh look, there's a phone.
There's another
in the
phone
living room.
Yes,
that we could pick up and listen in on.
And for people who don't know, there was a trick that you can pick up another phone line on a hard line in a house, and if you really quickly put your finger on the mute button or whatever it was.
Yeah, the thing
you could pick up real quick and the other person wouldn't know you picked up. There would be no sound.
Yeah, so you cover what you talk into, and then you hold and you just listen in on someone else's conversation.
Yeah. So I was basically saying, hey, I was like being awkward just like this and being like, I have to say, I really like you, but, and then like,
and I don't remember like getting upset. Of course.
Yeah. And I don't remember if it was before or after I finally said, I can't do this or whatever, but all of a sudden I just hear cackling on the phone.
Because you said, oh, but you're really pretty.
Oh, yes. Okay. I probably said that.
So he said to her, but you're really pretty. And then we lost it. And me and John, like literally like threw the phone across the room and fell on the floor laughing.
And you just hear it through the phone.
Couldn't stand we were jerks. Wow.
Yeah, you were jerks. See? Wow. So I was being the nice guy, and I'm not the bad guy.
That whole situation. You know what? In that story, I'm
You're
the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just realized it. We've heard that story all these times, and I just realized that
you just realized you're the asshole, and I was the nice guy.
I thought you were the asshole for having a crush on this weird girl.
No,
But it
I was
turns
being
out-
nice.
I thought
I'm a
we were
nice guy.
saving you from making a terrible mistake.
No, instead you were
Well,
just
we did save
ruining a
you,
young girl's life.
A young girl's life.
You
Now she
you were-
catfishes.
Yes, exactly. So yeah,
And
it
that
was
girl who catfished was her.
Yeah, but you know what? Now that you said she's thin and running around, I'm like, maybe she's a fan.
Oh, it's not true.
Hi. If you like masks, we might not work out, but we'll get there. Does she run with a mask on? Is she one of those?
I haven't seen her in a long time. I don't
Okay, never mind. 'Cause if she runs with a mask on, I can't deal with it.
know. Okay, let's stop using the podcast as your dating
God
site.
damn it.
Sorry.
I don't have any online dating anymore. It's just the radio
Joe's
show.
lonely. Oh,
Nah,
I'm sorry.
not really.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I mean, I think we've done something.
yeah, fuck yeah, we did.
We saved a lot of topics for other episodes, so that's good.
Yeah, because the first half of the episode was a song being cited by, I don't know.
A recitation, a
Yeah.
reading. I did a dramatic reading of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Who comes up, like, do you get bestowed that name? Like, people have nicknames when they grow up. Like, do you think that the Stallion is like,
Yeah, I do. I do think that I do. Yeah.
it's like, it's gotta be. Like, where
I'm
did
assuming it's because of like her dick riding skills.
Oh.
Or maybe, no,
No, because a stallion is a
she's the
male
stallion.
horse. Yeah.
No, it's, wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
A stallion is a male.
I'm assuming it's because she fucks really well. Megan Thee Stallion just makes me think she knows how to fuck. So I don't know. I mean, maybe
I don't know.
If we did any research for this podcast, I'm sure we could figure out why they call her that. But
we don't.
I would rather speculate.
Yeah, I'd rather think that she looks like a horse and was always called a stallion, and therefore
No.
that just stuck, and she owned up to it. And she was like, you know what? I am the stallion. Fuck you.
No, because no little kid is calling. You call someone.
Oh
you
no.
call someone the Megan.
You gotta remember,
call
these
a horse,
people are younger.
You call someone horse face before you call them the stallion.
No, I think the stallion is what you say, like, in kind, instead of horse face. You know what I mean? Like, I think she was picked on. Is she hot? Who is this girl? What's her name? The stallion?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan the Stallion. We need a Joe Rogan third guy with the computer. She's not.
Oh, you're right. No, you're 100% right. Megan, the 5'10" rapper, adopted the stage name Megan Thee Stallion because she was referred to as a stallion during her teens due to her height and looks.
See?
Wow.
Listen, man. Do I not know teenage like fucking bullshit, or do I not? This is why people come to this show,
Oh.
to learn.
There's also commonly asked questions. What is Megan Thee Stallion's real name? And who called Megan Thee Stallion a scallywag?
Oh, that old scally.
And that was apparently Remy Ma comes under fire for calling Megan Thee Stallion a scallywag.
Remy, see all these names. Oh God.
What the hell is a scallywag? Is that like really?
Isn't that a pirate reference? I'm pretty sure scallywag comes from like Pirates of the Caribbean.
A person who behaves badly but in an amusingly mischievous rather than
Yes.
harmful way.
Yeah,
A rascal.
yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
kind of like a louse. Oh no, a louse ruins everything.
No, a louse doesn't do much.
Okay, Joe's a louse. Listen back to old episodes.
Yeah.
His mom always
I'm a-
asked him why he's so a louse. What's such a louse?
What about a rat scallion? What's a rat scallion?
I think that's an onion.
No, a rat scallion is something else. Here, rat scallion is, is a reward tycoon achievement. Oh, interesting. Oh, Google rat scallion, people. This is an odd one.
No, rapscallion is a mischievous
rat.
person.
R-A-T, as in the like a mouse.
Yeah, but that's not how it is. No, it's rapscallion. R-A-P.
Rapscallion?
It's rapscallion.
I don't know. Who the fuck knows these things?
No, because you're saying it's like a louse or like a
Yeah.
scallywag. Yeah, rapscallion. Yeah, a mischievous person. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's
But
all the same. It's all the same.
Rapscallion. Yeah. Which brings us full circle to the rap lyrics we read. Thank you
Yeah.
for
Alrighty.
listening. Find us
Jesus
on
Christ.
Amazon Music, which we're very happy to be on.
Yes.
Amazon Prime Music, Apple
I
Podcasts,
think
Google
you
Play,
can have Alexa listen.
iHeartRadio.
Oh my God.
Alexa, play Be Offended Radio.
There you go. No. Alexa, subscribe to Be Offended Radio.
Oh, Alexa, download all episodes of Be Offended Radio and purchase advertising. Perfect.
All right. I think that's it.
See you next time.